Right now in your kitchen, there are foods you think are healthy, foods you've probably eaten for years. But after age 60, three of them can quietly interact with your medications, damage your kidneys, or even put you at risk of choking. No one warns you about this. Not the food labels, not the supermarket. Today, I will. I'm a doctor, and over the years, I've seen patients come into the clinic confused. They were eating clean, exercising, doing everything right, and still, something was going wrong. Often, the answer was sitting on their plate the entire time. This channel exists for one reason: to give you the kind of straight, evidence-based information doctors wish they had more time to explain in a 10-minute appointment. I want to be clear about something before we start. This video is not about scaring you away from healthy eating. It's about precision. Some foods that are perfectly fine for a 30-year-old can behave very differently in a body over 60, especially if you're on certain medications or managing a condition like kidney disease, high blood pressure, or are on blood thinners. So stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for and what to do instead. Let's get into it. Food number 1, grapefruit. Grapefruit feels like the ultimate healthy breakfast food. Low calorie, high vitamin C, refreshing. Here's why seniors love it. It's marketed as a weight loss food. It's been part of breakfast routines for decades, and it tastes great. But here's the hidden danger. Grapefruit contains compounds that block an enzyme in your gut called CYP3A4. That enzyme is responsible for breaking down dozens of common medications: statins for cholesterol, certain blood pressure drugs, and some anti-anxiety medications. When that enzyme gets blocked, the drug doesn't get broken down properly. It builds up in your bloodstream, sometimes to dangerous levels. There's a real documented case. A woman in her 70s on a common statin started having severe muscle pain and weakness. Her doctor eventually traced it back to her daily habit of grapefruit juice with her morning pill. Once she stopped, her symptoms cleared within weeks. The FDA has flagged this interaction for over 85 different medications. This isn't a fringe theory. It's listed on drug warning labels. What to do instead? If you're on any prescription medication, ask your pharmacist directly. Does this interact with grapefruit? It takes 30 seconds and could prevent a serious problem. If you love citrus, oranges are typically a safer swap. The next one is even more sneaky because most people consider it the healthiest food on this entire list. Food number 2, spinach and other leafy greens. Spinach is the poster child of healthy eating. Iron, fiber, antioxidants, it checks every box. Seniors eat it because it's recommended everywhere: every nutrition chart, every diet plan, every doctor's pamphlet. Here's the catch. Spinach is extremely high in vitamin K. If you are on a blood thinner like warfarin, vitamin K directly counteracts the medication's effect. Eat a big spinach salad one day and almost none the next, and your blood's clotting ability can swing wildly, raising your risk of either dangerous clots or dangerous bleeding. This is one of the most well-documented food-drug interactions in all of medicine. Studies have shown that inconsistent vitamin K intake is one of the leading causes of unstable INR levels. That's the blood test that monitors clotting in patients on warfarin. This is where most people make a mistake. They think the solution is to avoid spinach completely. That's actually not correct. What to do instead? The real fix is consistency, not elimination. Eat roughly the same amount of leafy greens every day and tell your doctor what your normal intake looks like so your medication dose can be calibrated around it. Now, the next item surprises almost everyone because it's something people eat specifically because they think it's going easy on their body. Food number 3, bananas and oranges. Bananas are the go-to safe food for seniors. Soft, sweet, easy to chew, full of potassium. That potassium is exactly the problem if you have any degree of kidney disease. As kidney function declines with age, the kidneys lose some ability to filter excess potassium out of the blood. When potassium builds up, a condition called hyperkalemia, it can affect the heart's electrical rhythm. In serious cases, this can lead to a sudden, dangerous heart arrhythmia. According to kidney health data, hyperkalemia is one of the more common and more dangerous complications in patients with chronic kidney disease, precisely because it often has no obvious symptoms until it's severe. I've seen patients shocked to learn that the healthy banana they ate every single day was part of why their potassium kept creeping up at every lab check. What to do instead? This only applies if you have diagnosed kidney disease or have been told to watch your potassium. If that's you, talk to your doctor or a renal dietitian about safer portion sizes. You likely don't need to eliminate bananas entirely, just manage the amount. If you don't have kidney issues, bananas remain a genuinely healthy choice. Context is everything here. The next one is something almost every senior keeps in their pantry as a guilt-free snack. Food number 4, flavored nuts and healthy packaged snacks. Nuts are marketed everywhere as the perfect heart-healthy snack, and plain, unsalted nuts genuinely are. The problem is what's hiding in the flavored, packaged versions. Many roasted and seasoned nut mixes, plus things like flavored hummus or vegetable chips, carry surprisingly high sodium content, sometimes 300 to 500 milligrams per small serving. For seniors managing high blood pressure, sodium is one of the most direct levers on blood pressure control. The American Heart Association recommends most adults stay under 2,300 milligrams a day, ideally closer to 1,500 if you have hypertension. A few handfuls of healthy, flavored snacks can quietly eat up half that limit. The danger here isn't dramatic, it's gradual. Blood pressure creeps up over months, and by the time it's caught at a checkup, it's already been elevated for a long stretch, raising stroke and heart attack risk along the way. What to do instead? Always check the sodium line on the nutrition label, not just the calorie count. Choose raw or dry roasted, unsalted nuts whenever possible. This next one catches people completely off guard because it's usually recommended for digestion. Food number 5, raw vegetables high in fiber. Raw vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, raw cabbage, are pushed constantly for gut health and fiber intake. For seniors with diverticulitis or a sensitive digestive tract, large amounts of raw, hard-to-digest fiber can actually trigger painful flare-ups, bloating, or digestive blockages. This doesn't mean fiber is bad. Fiber is essential, but the form matters. Raw, fibrous vegetables are far harder on an aging digestive system than the same vegetables cooked. What to do instead? If you have any history of digestive issues, lightly steam or cook your vegetables rather than eating them raw. This breaks down the tough fiber while keeping most of the nutrients intact. We're getting close to the most overlooked one on this entire list, and it has nothing to do with chemistry. It's purely physical. Food number 6, hard raw fruits and vegetables. Apples, raw carrots. This one isn't about nutrients at all. It's about a risk almost nobody talks about: choking. As we age, swallowing function can weaken, a condition doctors call dysphagia. It's far more common after 60 than most people realize, and it often develops gradually, without anyone noticing until an incident happens. Hard raw foods like whole apples or raw carrot sticks require strong chewing and a coordinated swallow. For someone with even mild dysphagia, these are a real and serious choking hazard. Choking-related incidents are one of the more under-recognized risks in the senior population, and they're almost entirely preventable with simple food preparation changes. What to do instead? Slice fruits and vegetables thinly, or cook them slightly to soften texture. If you've noticed any coughing or difficulty during meals recently, mention it to your doctor. It's worth checking. And finally, the last one on this list, because it's hiding in something almost every senior considers a safe comfort food. Food number 7, high oxalate vegetables. Spinach, beet greens, almonds. Yes, spinach appears twice on this list, for a completely different reason this time. Spinach, beet greens, and almonds are high in oxalates. For seniors with a history of kidney stones, high oxalate intake can contribute to the formation of new calcium oxalate stones, the most common type. Kidney stones become more common with age, partly due to changes in hydration habits and kidney function. And they are genuinely painful. Many patients describe stone episodes as some of the worst pain they've experienced. What to do instead? If you've had kidney stones before, pair high oxalate foods with a calcium source, like a small amount of dairy, during the same meal. This actually helps bind oxalate in the gut before it reaches the kidneys. And always stay well hydrated. 4, action steps, your checklist. Here's exactly what to do this week. Ask your pharmacist about grapefruit interactions with your current medications. If you're on a blood thinner, keep your leafy green intake consistent, not eliminated. If you have kidney disease, ask your doctor for your safe daily potassium range. Check sodium content on packaged, healthy snacks before buying. Cook or steam vegetables if you have any digestive sensitivity. Cut hard fruits and vegetables into smaller, softer pieces, especially if swallowing feels different lately. If you've had kidney stones, pair high oxalate foods with a calcium source and drink enough water daily. One more thing, and this is important, do not stop any medication and do not drastically change your diet without talking to your doctor first. This video is meant to help you ask better questions at your next appointment, not to replace your doctor's guidance. Every person's situation is different, and your doctor knows your full medical history. If you learned something today, type the number of the food that surprised you most in the comments. I read every single one. If this kind of information matters to you, subscribe. I post a new video like this every week, breaking down what doctors know but rarely have time to explain. And if you want to know the 5 medications I'd never let anyone over 70 take without a second opinion, that video is coming up next. Watch it now.